Good afternoon, MOSHAPE. This is Guy Danhoff, your president, and I'm here with Tom Loughrey, executive director. Tom, it is a gorgeous day. We know that for a lot of schools, they're starting right away with schools. A lot of, obviously, in-service training going on this week. I know for me, we start next Wednesday live with our face-to-face classes. So I was wondering if you could welcome us all to the new school year.
There's a lot of anticipation as people transition away from their summer activities. Some are working, some are vacationing, great family time, professional development, and a number of activities. And yet there's sort of a hushed anticipation in that there's always the unknown and sort of a fear of the unknown when all of our members have the confidence and the experience that they should just go in and decide, here's what we're going to do this year. This is going to be the best year ever. And I know that the MOSHAPE leaders, the board of directors, have been working feverishly to provide the background information and the support that all of you need moving forward. So we're here to serve and we're here to support.
So Tom, with that, why don't we just take a quick look back at some of the things, of some of our recent accomplishments. I mean, let's just go back to even this past spring semester. What are some highlights for you?
Every day is a highlight, Guy. Every day is wonderful to get started and to connect with as many members as we possibly can. Our Health Moves Minds group, led by Christy Berry, who is #1 in the nation for fundraising. She and her group were able to put Missouri as the #1 fundraising state in the nation. We had a little battle with Kentucky last year, but now this shows the dedication, the leadership of this team that she has assembled, and they support what we do. You'll recall the podcast that you had during the summer, Guy, where you highlighted 7 members who had stories to tell from the SEL lessons that they had during their school programs. That was amazing in the reach that we had, the impact that it had, and we hope that all of our members will look at that and resolve to join the Health Moves Minds program and provide support for their school, their students, and it's just an incredible program. So that was a highlight. Another highlight, members are not aware of what is happening behind the scenes. You and I know the daily phone calls, the daily communications, and how the board of directors meets to guide the society in all of its efforts. The Saturday meeting and February board meeting, we accomplished so much in passing motions that needed to be put into effect, and then during the summer meeting, appointing a task force to re-examine, review, and revise our governance documents.
Yep.
Now, to members, the governance documents probably don't have much meaning, but as an organization, you have to make sure you don't have any holes. You have to make sure that you have processes that are well defined so that anyone can understand what their roles and responsibilities are. And the task force is moving at what we might consider warp speed, and we will have that in place. So again, that was just an incredible accomplishment on the part of the dedicated board of directors members.
And Tom, one thing I really want to add, I mean, the reason why we're updating the governance documents is honestly so that we can have much more engagement with our members and also give much more opportunities to those emerging leaders, whether you're a future professional or certainly a professional. So we're doing it so that we can just make our state just that much bigger, better, and more effective in the things that we do. So yeah, it's been an amazing summer when we had that meeting. And now let's move forward to convention, Our Time, Our Legacy 2023. Talk to us about some of our guests coming from Shape America Corporate.
This is the biggest delegation we've had. The keynote speaker on Friday will be Dr. Kim Ballard, who is from North Carolina, was our is our past president of Shape America. We've both had wonderful working relationships and personal relationships with her. I know that her story will resonate with every member because it's talking about her personal and professional transformation. And so it shows that where we are one day may be different from where we're going the next day. So you and I are both looking forward to having Kim with us. Also, it's a great honor to have Stephanie Morris return. 4 years ago, we were the very first convention that she attended when she became CEO. And she will be our keynote speaker on Saturday.
Yep.
And knowing Stephanie, she will lay things out there and make it very relevant to all that you're doing. Also, we're basically full with our presentations. They're almost finalized, and those that put in presentation proposals will be notified around Labor Day of the acceptance, the timing, and things like that. And by Labor Day, all of you will be able to go onto our convention app, which is SCHED, S-C-H-E-D, but Mary Dreemeyer will be posting this on our website under the convention tab. And by the Labor Day, you will be able to see the variety and the depth of the presentations that are already planned. The rooms are assigned, and so if you put in a proposal, you are going to hear about that no later than Labor Day. So amazing what Guy has done with his convention committee. And they're busy workers. Julie Luckenoff, our president-elect, has been a part of that. And my, are we ever moving forward.
Well, I just have to give a huge shout out to that committee with Janet Anderson, with Christy Berry, with Michelle McGowan, and Cindy Merritt. All I can say is these ladies are absolutely amazing. And I found out that I'm actually just the 4th president they've ever worked with. So they came in with lots of experience. It certainly has made my job a lot easier. But it's just really cool what's going to go into this year's convention. And again, this convention will look like no other year that we've ever had. So we're kind of excited and proud about that. So also, another feature we have is it's really important. I'll let Tom set this up. But we've also strengthened our relationship with Open and Brian DeVore. And I'll just do the first half, then you can take the second half. We're also blessed to have with us all the way from New York, Tom Gilardi. And Tom in New York was the 2023 Elementary Teacher of the Year for Physical Education. We are so blessed to have him come all the way from New York to be with us. He's going to have a couple of sessions. And with that, why don't you talk to us a little bit more about the Open and the toy relationship?
Yes, and last year, Brian DeVore was at our convention. He was impressed enough to recruit a number of our members to be Open trainers. And just off the top of my head, Mary Dreemeyer, Drew Burris, Brandy Lynch, and possibly others. So he was able to see the talent, but we also developed a memorandum of agreement with Open where they are going to provide wearables and options for our MOSHAPE Teachers of the Year. And right now, Julie Luckenoff is the chair of our Awards and Nominations Committee, and she is nearly finished with all of the selection of the awards and the Teachers of the Year. So this will be some of the information that will be blasted out in September and October leading up to the convention. But again, wonderful working relationships with so many groups, and the national people realizing that you, our MOSHAPE members, are putting us on the map. It's not what I do, it's not what Guy does, but what collectively we all do together to be noticed. Just one other little sidelight to that. Guy and I attended the SAM meeting, the Society of Association Management, and this is held each year for state executive directors and president-elects. And in that, he had a wonderful presentation, and he and I had two that were very, very well received on financial management and legal implications of organizational management. So Stephanie Morris is coming because she has had a great relationship with MOSHAPE and the leaders. And so we're honored to be in that position. That means we just have to keep ramping it up and doing more and better every day.
Yeah, and one of the other things, one of our other guests will be Joey Martelli, who's part of Shape America in the marketing department. What's excellent there is Joey and I are going to be doing a session actually also with Lauren Krebs, who co-authored the book Zagging, Building Advocacy Through Digital and Social Media. We're actually going to give 5 years worth of data of how basically social media has been impacting this profession, and especially from that teacher angle, on some of the trends and certainly some of the impact that it's been having over the past 5 years. Because I was very blessed to work with Joey right away at Shape Tampa in 2019, which was just so amazing to be part of that. So, Tom, as we begin to wrap up, obviously it's no secret by this time, this is going to be, as they like to say, the last hurrah. This will be your last.
I hope it's a hurrah.
This is going to be your last convention as our official executive director. And I know that you had a request for our convention planning team, and that request was you wanted to have your own session, and you wanted it to be by invitation only. And I was wondering if you could share with everyone just a glimpse or a sneak peek of what that session's going to be about.
Well, I've had a lot of fun looking back. When I started in this profession as a first-year teacher in 1962, the way that it was, the national organization, the state organizations, the way we taught, the materials we had, the resources we had, the opportunities we had, and I'm going to be looking at some of those things that have helped to shape us where we are today. And along with that, this is going to be invitation only, and I'm doing that because I want this to be more impactful for leaders and many of my former students who will be in attending. They've heard it before, but now we're going to just put it in a summary form of how we got where we are and what I feel very honestly needs to be done. For example, in your last statement here, twice you used the word impactful.
Right.
And one thing that we have failed to do in these past 61 years is to be able to have real impact that we can demonstrate to administrators, legislatures, policymakers, to show that our programs really do make a change, not only in the school climate, but academic achievement, attendance, and in the long run, lifestyle. And we're going to be looking at that, and what you do, you may not realize it, but what you do every day in your own work will have an impact on the lives of all that listen to you. So it's going to be fun, no holds barred. I'm going to tell it like I feel, might step on a few toes, but in the end, I hope that I can give some ideas and actions that need to be taken to really move ahead and fulfill the potential that we've always had.
Tom, it's exciting because I know that this is going to be your charge to us so that we can continue our legacy and building our legacy, which plays off the theme of the convention. The one last thing that I will say from a programming note, now, he doesn't know this, but I'm going to say it now. We are going to stream a portion of it. I'm going to look with him, and he'll give me permission to stream part of it. So we'll definitely put that out for everyone. We will record the entire thing. Part of that reason is we have our good friend in Nebraska who is basically our historian, and we want to keep it for historical sake, right?
Yeah, Rick Pappas has
Rick.
done a very good job. And by the way, another little sideline, this will be the 98th anniversary of our state organization. It's gone through name changes, and so your convention in 2025 will be the Centennial Convention. You have much to look forward to. You contribute We always ask our members to be in contact, to contribute in many ways, to serve on committees, and we will lay all that out in messaging, both social media and electronic messaging, so that you are aware of what you can do with your experience to improve where we are and to have a greater impact that we can share with decision makers around the state of Missouri.
Absolutely. So with that, keep it right here on our social media channels. I know Chris Staley and his team, they're working on getting out more content. Again, as Tom said, if you submitted a legacy presentation session, you should be receiving basically directly from me an email stating about the acceptance, and then what time frames that we're looking at scheduling you for. And then the last thing is, I want to make sure everyone realizes that make sure that you get registered. This is all on our website at www.MOSHAPE.org. It's all right there. Also, if you're thinking about sponsoring, feel free to contact me directly, or again, go to our website, because all our information is there if you want to sponsor or exhibit. And the last thing I have for you, Tom, just thanks again for taking the time. And I'm going to be very honest with you, because we're in the busy work side. I've been kind of focused on that, but I got to tell you, hearing you talk and realizing that we're coming to that crescendo that we love so much, obviously in live or orchestral music. It's just unbelievable to think that this is it.
Well, it is, but it's not. It's it for me, but it's not for MOSHAPE.
Right.
MOSHAPE is going to thrive, especially if they can demonstrate impact. And the leadership is in place, and they're actively involved. We have great hope for moving forward. So when we talk about our legacy, our time, our legacy, it's about us all together.
Right.
It's not about me. It's not about Guy. It's about what we are doing together, and that's the only way that we can make it happen.
Absolutely. Well, for our Executive Director, Tom Loughrey, I am Guy Danhoff, your president. We want to thank you for watching this very special edition, Our Time, Our Legacy Convention Update. Thank you.
Thank you, Guy.